Thank you so much for attending my presentation about Micaiah, a very interesting unit, the leading lady of Radiant Dawn. And first, let's talk about her traits. Micaiah is the main character of Part 1 of Radiant Dawn, and as such, is force deployed on every chapter in which she is available. She's often put in a rather compromising position thanks to how Radiant Dawn plays out, with her chapters being significantly harder and her growths not particularly suited for them. Her HP growth is middling at 40%, her defense only has a 20% chance to grow and starts at 2, and her speed growth is also relatively low at 35%. This isn't to say Micaiah is a bad unit, though. Far from it. Her magic growth is 80%, and her resistance is a whopping 90%, making her a very effective magical cannon, though the cannon will almost always be made of glass. Micaiah is also in the awkward position of being force promoted at the end of part 1 and then again 5 chapters before the end of the game. However, she automatically gains C staves upon promotion and can get a physics staff in her next playable chapter. This ensures that she will always be able to contribute, if nothing else, as a fantastic ranged healer thanks to her massive magic growth. During part 1, she can also get hold of a light tome, which only she can wield, called Thani, which deals effective damage against cavaliers and knights. Effectively, a light tome version of the rapier. This can help to ensure she can still contribute early on and gain the necessary levels to make the most of her stats later as a ranged healer. Her unique skill, Sacrifice, can be useful in a pinch in early Part 1 chapters, but is rarely worth consideration outside of them. There is one specific niche way in which Micaiah can contribute meaningfully into the late game's combat. By giving her the skill Wrath off a different unit, she can safely use her skill Sacrifice on an injured ally to put herself within Wrath's activation range. By combining this with the skill Gamble and a light tome forged to have higher accuracy, she can effectively reach 100% crit rate with a relatively decent hit chance. This strategy is not without its risks, however, and should be considered very carefully when compared with the far safer strategy of simply slapping a Physic or Fortify staff on her in the late game and using her as a healing machine. In conclusion, Micaiah is certainly not the best unit in Radiant Dawn and has some very awkward promotion times and availability, but nonetheless can meaningfully contribute to your team if one wishes to put the effort into her for her to do so. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and a special thank you to NoahVM2759 for suggesting this character.